what I'm going to do here is play this speech by Obama about Osama bin Laden, and then I'm going just to add my commentary and see how this goes.
Good evening. Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, Al-Qaeda, and a terrorist who's responsible for the murder of thousands of innocent men, women, and children. It was nearly 10 years ago that a bright September day was darkened by the worst attack on the American people in our history. The image of the leader of Al-Qaeda and a terrorist who's responsible for the murder of thousands of innocent men, women, and children.
They were saying that he was responsible before they even did an investigation. They were saying it all over the news all damn day long. Okay, so he's playing the heartstrings here. Twang, twang, twang. He murdered thousands of people. He set up a demolition, and he set up thermite, and brought that towers down into its own footprint at free fall speed. Right.
It was nearly 10 years ago that a bright September day was darkened by the worst attack on
the bright September day was darkened. That's some witchy language there.
The American people in our history. The images of 9/11 are seared into our national.
He knows those images are seared into your mind, and they know that they have seared these images into your mind, and now can play on those images they have seared into your mind.
Memory. Hijacked planes cutting through a cloudless September sky. The Twin Towers collapsing to the ground.
At free fall speed.
Black smoke billowing up from the Pentagon. The wreckage.
Now this one's real funny.
Of Flight 93, Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
Listen to that again.
A cloudless September sky. The Twin Towers collapsing to the ground. Black smoke billowing up from the Pentagon. The wreckage of Flight 93 in Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
You see how he stopped? I don't know if he wanted to laugh or cry. Let's try to find that.
Actions of heroic citizens saved even more, cutting through a cloudless September sky. The Twin Towers collapsing to the ground. Black smoke.
Watch how he stutters when he says, "What wreckage?"
Wreckage of Flight 93 in Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
What wreckage?
The actions of heroic citizens saved.
What wreckage?
Even more heartbreak and destruction. And yet we know that the worst images are those that were unseen to the world. The empty seat at the dinner table. The children who were forced to grow up without their mother.
Twang to the twang. I feel for these people.
Parents.
I really do.
Know the feeling of their child's embrace.
There's only a few that are
nearly 3,000 citizens
shown to the public for some reason,
leaving a gaping hole in our hearts. On September 11th, 2001.
Have you personally met anybody? There's 3,000 people killed. I don't know anybody that has personally met somebody who lost a loved one in the Twin Towers. Maybe you guys have. Maybe I'm off on that one. Who knows?
In our time of grief.
But I do know I saw a video where they were showing people that they present to the public of being one of the families. I guess they have a few of them, and their pictures were photoshopped and stuff like that. But anyway,
the American people came together. We offered our neighbors a hand, and we offered the wounded our blood.
Ooh.
We reaffirmed our ties to each other and our love of community
and
country.
Oh yeah.
On that day, no matter where we came from, what God we prayed to, what race or ethnicity we were united as one American family. We were also united in our resolve to protect our nation.
We were united for about 2 months. But everybody wants the upper hand on somebody. Everybody wants to be the top of the hierarchy, which we are not. We are creatures of holisticism.
And to bring those who committed this vicious attack to justice. We quickly learned that the 9/11 attacks were carried out by Al-Qaeda, an organization headed by Osama bin Laden, which had openly declared
Al-Qaeda is the Muslim Brotherhood. It's a branch of the Muslim Brotherhood, which was funded by Brzezinski, who's on Obama's team, or whatever you want to call it. The Muslim Brotherhood is about to take over in Egypt. Hezbollah is Muslim Brotherhood. Hamas is Muslim Brotherhood. Okay? This enemy has been created by the elite. You notice he walked in on the red carpet? Why do you think he walked in on the red carpet? Because he is part of the bloodline. The bloodline. Red. That's why the Queen and the Prince and the Kings walked down the red carpet. Because these families have controlled things for many of years.
Declared war on the United States and was committed to killing innocents in our country and around the globe. And so we went to war against Al-Qaeda to protect our citizens,
After we funded them to fight Russia.
our friends, and our allies. Over the last 10 years, thanks to the tireless and heroic work of our military and our counterterrorism professionals, we've made great strides in that effort. We've disrupted terrorist attacks and strengthened our homeland defense. In Afghanistan,
If they'd done anything, they knew right where they were. Because they put them there.
we removed the Taliban government, which had given bin Laden and Al-Qaeda safe haven and support. And around the globe, we worked with our friends and allies to capture or kill scores of Al-Qaeda terrorists.
Alright, you know what?
including
I
several
don't want to make this too long, but I'll go on a little bit more.
who were a part of the 9/11 plot. Yet, Osama bin Laden avoided capture and escaped across the Afghan border into Pakistan. Meanwhile, Al-Qaeda continued to operate from along that border and operate through its affiliates across the world. And so shortly after taking office, I directed Leon Panetta, the director of the CIA, to make the killing or capture of bin Laden the top priority of our war against Al-Qaeda.
Or, if anything, maybe it was a sacrifice. That was May Day, May 1st. They knew exactly where he was. They know who he is. He's the son of one of the sons of the wealthiest families on the earth. He's the black sheep. Please, come on.
Even as we continued our broader efforts to disrupt, dismantle, and defeat his network. Then, last August, after years of painstaking work by our intelligence community, I was briefed on a possible lead to bin Laden. It was far from certain, and it took many months to run this thread to ground. I met repeatedly with my national security team as we developed more information about
I don't know, something about that run this thread to ground, and nothing dawns on me, but I'm sure that means something esoteric, exoteric, whatever you call it.
the possibility that we had located bin Laden hiding within a compound deep inside Pakistan. And finally, last week, I determined that we had enough intelligence to take action and authorized an
We
operation
got a
to
re-election
get
coming. Here we go, folks. Like I said, enjoy the show. Take care.